Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today I am making the evening bodice. As you can see, I have the pleated part in red. I'm still not sure that I will be making that part, but let's get into making the mock-ups. So I realized I did not actually film a lot of the process of this is mock-up 1 and 2. And mock-up 3. And little stinker attacking my hoop skirt. Excuse sir. You can hang out under there like it's a hangout spot, but please do not tear apart my hoop skirt. You've already done enough damage to it. This is the third mock-up. This right here is the first and second mock-up, although I don't know, it feels like more. The sleeves, they worked the first time, and so I haven't bothered to redo the sleeve part, but the rest of it is just not working. The biggest thing that I have improved was the straps weren't long enough to go to the top, so I fixed that, but now it kind of lays on the bottom, so I thought I would shorten it for this one, and it still does that. I don't know if you can tell too much. Also, I have it pinned, but the top is kind of sticking out like this. I will say that this mannequin isn't exactly to me, so when I put it on, it's not quite as bad as it is on the mannequin, but it still does that. So I've altered the pattern. I've altered this pattern right here to kind of bring this part, because this was further out like this. I don't know if you can see where the pattern came out like this. And so I cut it down a little bit, and I cut this part down a little bit too to try and undo that. But I'm thinking, I don't know, because the way where the sleeve naturally sits, the way that this is angled, it's right off the shoulder. So that does take care of some of it, but then we have this right here where it kind of hangs out here, and it's still a little bit here. So I'm not sure about that, but I also, let me see if I can get a good angle. The back as well, I had this issue where it would meet here and down here, but then there'd be like a gap right here. And so I figured just add more to it, and then you can take away, but it's not perfect either. And for some reason, the bottom of the pattern doesn't match up perfectly. I don't know if you can see, that's that way all the way around, imperfect matching. I don't know if that's, sorry for the camera, I don't know if that's me doing it or if it's the pattern itself. I don't know. According to the pattern where the waist should hit, my waist is, if I'm remembering correctly right now, because my brain is still waking up, that it hits above it, so it doesn't hit where it's supposed to, so that could affect it. I do have a very short torso, so yeah. I don't know how else to alter the pattern to make this work at this point. So I was thinking, there is a book at the library that I can get, of, stop it, you have your teddy bear, of sewing techniques for this time. Oh gosh, why is this lighting so horrible? Okay. That I might, oh, you know what? It's all, where's the cloth to clean it? I realized the lens is dirty. That's why it looks so weird. Okay. Yeah, that helps a bit, but the front is a potato, and that's where I have it faced right now. So yeah, that's where I am at with the mock-ups for the top. So I decided I wanted to see how much I had altered it, because particularly for this one, because I was like, I think it needs to be altered more, but I wanted to see it in its unaltered state, I guess, so to speak. And I realized when I updated you, I actually had it wrong. My waistline is actually lower, which is weird for me because my torso is very short, and so normally I have the opposite problem. So I remember adding a little bit of length to the bottom of the pieces, just a smidge for some of them. And for some reason for this one it needed to be up higher too. But let's see. This one. Oh, that's right, because I didn't like how low cut it was, so I added more to the top. Okay. Excuse me, sir. Are you going to your village? He really loves that village. I don't know why. I'll just leave you alone. Okay. This is what the pattern looks like uncut. One downside is it does overlap for the sleeve. So you have to print out this section twice, so you can have one for the sleeve and then one for the rest. And I will say that can be slightly confusing. There is supposed to be a difference in color where the part that's for the sleeve is in red, but we don't have a colored printer, so it all comes out black and white. So that's fun. Alter this slightly more. And I think maybe it needs, like, I need to keep this curve, but like, I don't know. You know what I might try? I might try shaving off a little bit of this one as well. So it's both just a little bit and a little bit. I was contemplating making like a little cut here and then moving it in, but it makes this really wonky, because the way it's supposed to be is it's supposed to sit off the shoulder. So if I wish to do that, it would create a weird pulling. So I don't think I will do that. So yeah, that's the plan. What do you think, monsieur? Well, that's helpful. Okay. Thank you. So I think that pretty much fixed it. I will say the center looks a bit wonky to me. But I'm not sure why I didn't change. I ended up not changing this part other than a little bit right here. Just shaved off just a hair right here. So it shouldn't affect here. So it must have been the way I sewed it. There is still a little bit of right here, but I feel like with the sleeve on it, it won't be as noticeable. When I have help, I'll have somebody mark where the line should be for the back, so then I can adjust the pattern to that. Basically, like a mark here and a mark here on this side.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So like where it would connect, so if you had to trim it.
Yeah.
Okay. All up and down or just a mark?
Just a mark will be fine.
And this that looks about right. Yep. You wanna look at it and see what it looks like?
Short, but first I also want to do like
Around there?
yeah, like right here.
All the way around or just
right here.
okay, like a straight line?
Yeah. So that marks like okay. And then okay. So I have part of this I was just pressing the last seam that I sewed on here. Which so far I have to here. The only ones I have left is the front. The only reason why I haven't done that yet is because I'm thinking I want to do embroidery. Technically it faces this way. I had to switch it around. I wanted to do embroidery on the front bodice. I'm not sure how far it'll go. I'm also not sure how well it will look because I want to do black on it. And I was kind of thinking that I would want to do it because I have enough for the two pieces to make the front and then for lining. So I did 4 of all the pieces in black. I tried to do another fabric for the lining, but it just looked weird. Under the black, you could kind of see it a little bit. Alright, so this one will definitely work better. This one's too glossy. I don't know why I have 2 different blacks. I haven't removed all of the basting stitches yet, I just realized. Kit loves hanging out under the skirt. It's his favorite little hideaway. So if it starts moving, that's what's doing it. I realized that I haven't really updated much because I tend to get very focused when I am working on a project. You know what, I'm gonna okay. So as you can see, I finished the embroidery. I attached the sleeves. I did the hemming. I did have to even out the bottom hem and all of that. The only thing I have left is the back enclosure. Well, stop it. it. I haven't done this. I was originally going to do grommets, which I have two different sizes, but I don't think either would work very well. And then there was also like, if I do the grommets on here, then you can see through to the inside. And if I have, say, a corset on or under things, and so I decided to scrap that. And then I was like, maybe hooks and eyes, but I ictioned that right away because I can't do that by myself. I have to be able to put this on by myself. So I had the idea to do, like, you see it a lot in like for kirtles and stuff where they have the rings right here, and then so you can lace it up and then it meets and you can't see them, you know? But I don't have any rings that would be strong enough for that. And so then I was like, oh, you know what? We can get, there is such a thing as grommet tape, where it's a bunch of these just on one long tape that you can put on the inside. And so it's kind of like the other thing, but, you know, out of sight. Probably not explaining it very well. So I will probably do it like that. But I'm kind of putting that off because all those grommets. And I honestly have a headache, so I don't want to deal with the banging. Oh my gosh. Kit, this is not your cat tower. You have a cat tower. Go play on your cat tower. So yeah, that's basically where I'm at. But I have to say that overall, it came out exactly as I wanted it. So I'm happy about that. Doing embroidery always makes me nervous because I'm not an expert at it. I've only done like a couple projects with embroidery. So I was kind of nervous about that. But I think it looks good. It's exactly what I wanted. Although, I will say one problem that I had was while I was doing it, I had it like here, right? I'm working that this close, and so it's looking good. And I put it on there, and then I step back, and I'm like, it's not quite as obvious. I don't know if you can see it on camera very well, but especially like, because I did do seed stitch to do thorns on the Kit, stop it, on the vine, and you can't really see it all that well unless people get uncomfortably close like this. But I do think that the embroidery does add a little something something. I don't know if you can see it too well from here because I still have some of the basting stitches that I forgot to take out, but you get the overall idea. Next is the day bodice, which is giving me so much trouble.
Just to put this in timeline, I just released the skirt video. I have the day bodice video finished. Just a few little editing things I have to do. The night bodice is still giving me trouble. I was going to film all of the outros at the same time. I put the night bodice on, and here, let me turn this around. And turns out that the this situation is not working too well. It was too big, and so I seam ripped this whole thing and redid this part and did all that. Tried it on, thought it worked, put it on today to film the outro, thinking I was going to film the outro. And I realized some issues. This is still not small enough. This part right here does not lay right. This part looks like this on me. So this is where it should be on, oops, not in frame. This part looks funny. This is where it should lay on my shoulder. And for some reason, every time I try to, well, I shouldn't say for some reason. When you don't have somebody to help you fit stuff to yourself, especially when it's at the back, it is very hard to get it right. And so I've realized, all right, had to switch cameras because my phone died. So I'm on my iPad. So what that means is that I'm gonna have to seam rip all of this, the bias tape that I used to finish the neckline. I may have to seam rip the sleeve off, and I don't know how I'm going to fix this problem. And I don't understand why I'm having this issue. So it may be a while before this video of the night bodice will be able to be released, because I don't know when I will finish this. I feel like every time I think I'm at the finish line, something new pops up. But I have to say, I am so happy about the embroidery. Look at that. Just look at that. I was so, okay, sorry, the lighting is horrible. I was so happy with the embroidery. I was so worried that it wouldn't turn out very well. See, one solution I had was right here at the shoulder seam. I seam ripped just this little bit and then pull this in, and then maybe, hold on, let me push this so you can see it. I need to think about the lighting better. Okay, so kind of like this. So that pulls it tighter here, and that might fix it. You know what? I'm gonna try the simple solution first, and if that doesn't work, I don't know what I will try. Oh my gosh, it is so hard to hold an iPad with one hand. For the back, for the lack of fitting, what I think I'm gonna do is, because this part right here, it like, I don't know, when it's laced up, it kind of bunches in like this, where it kind of like sits weird. I don't know if you can see from, okay, here, where it kind of bunches up like this, and then it does it on this side too, you know, kind of a thing, where it's just like, it looks like this, basically. So, and I also realized it's much lower than the front. Let's see, which I kind of knew, but I thought like it would look fine, and it doesn't. So it looks like I'm going to have to seam rip this up again and straighten it here, but I also need to bring it in just a little bit. which means I'm going to have to take this panel out again and redo it. I literally tried it on so many times before I placed it, and I thought it worked. And then to find out it doesn't is so frustrating. Okay, so I took about 1/2 inch off of the shoulder, which helped until I put it on, and I'll give you a little peek at the back. I had to do that because it kept falling down and I didn't want to deal with that. That's how big it is on me. And I was getting so frustrated because I have taken it apart, made it smaller, put it back together, and it still isn't fitting. And then I realized something. I overindulged a bit during Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, where I gained 10 pounds, and I've been working hard to lose it again. And I finally started to, and I realized that the reason why it kept, hold on, Zoe needs to come in. And so I finally started to lose that again, which I am glad about and I am good with, which is why I am doing the outro before it is fully fixed, because I would fix it and then I'd lose more and then it wouldn't fit again. So there is no point in me keeping on fixing it over and over again. So I'm going to wait until I bottom out, even out. You know what I mean. Once I'm back to my original size, then I'll fix it. Which I'm not going to lie, part of me wants to kind of cry about. Because first off, how cute is this top? Like, putting aside the fact that it doesn't fit properly, and I feel like at any moment I could but like, it's exactly what I wanted it to be. The embroidery turned out amazing and it's just awesome. So I'm sad, but I also don't want to waste time altering it if I'm just going to keep on losing weight. So there's no point. I swear it's becoming like part of my brand that I just lose my mind on every project. And I just don't know how to fix that. So, if I'm anything, I'm consistent in my craziness. Perhaps this is what madness is, right? They say doing the same thing over again and expecting different results is madness. That's not the exact quote, but you get what I'm saying. Um, so, ugh, sorry, bit of foreshadowing over here. I have another video possibly coming out soon that will shed some light on just how crazy I am. Another project that I've been working on for 2 years. Foreshadowing. Look for it. I'm crazy. And that's another one that made me want to cry too. Dang. I have a problem. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the crazy. If you want to watch more of me losing my mind, hit subscribe and click the bell for notifications if you so choose. And also, here's a video that YouTube thinks that you will enjoy. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!